All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Wine Wednesday. I am super excited for today. Just got done with a nice, lovely, and lively chat with today's guest that I'm going to be hosting. We've got Kyshona in the house. And what's up?
Hey,
How we
yo.
doing?
I'm great.
And you're joining us from Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee. Yes.
Perfect. So we've got Kyshona. She's over in Nashville, and I'm over in Napa, California right now. Sun's already probably set over where you're at, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going down right now as we speak. Yeah.
But basically, wherever you're tuning in from, we're going to pretend that it's 5 o'clock wherever you're at. Here, not quite at that 5 o'clock hour, but it is jam happy hour, no matter what time it is, wherever you're watching. We're going to have a great 60 minutes, and I'm so excited to listen to this wonderful woman's music. So, without further ado, if you want to just jump into your first song, let's do it.
Da da da. Da da da. Why you gotta interrupt when I'm not done talking? I need you to keep it shut. This ain't up for discussion. Ooh, da 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 da. Yeah, I'm pouring out my heart, 'cause I want you to see it. I know you're picking me apart, but you ain't gotta speak it. Why don't you listen? Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Yeah, I know you wanna help, but you're deaf to the mission. Even when you see the hand I'm dealt, you pretend it's my decision. Don't try and say that our struggle's the same. Don't lie and tell me you're ready for change. Yes. Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? I'm standing right in front of you, trying to tell you my truth. The only thing I ask of you is listen. Sorry. Listen, yes, sir. Listen. Ooh, listen. Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen?
Woo!
Girl, I have my
you.
phone off, but somebody still happened to get through. How does
What?
that happen?
Ugh, they're probably like a Scorpio or some crazy stuff. Using the voodoo magic, whatever they do. Um,
Wow.
so thank you. Okay, so I'm really stoked because that is one of my favorite songs, and you just put the Listen album out at the end of February this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And I love the way that the album kind of in a way comes full circle because you have the intro, which is the same name as your album, Listen, song you just played. And then of the 10 songs, you have that first, and then the 10th is More in Common, which I feel like it just really resonates with everybody this year. And this year has been
a story. It's been a trial. It's been a tribulation, you know. And you know what's funny is More in Common. You know, I mapped out how I wanted the album to, you know, how I wanted to catalog the album,
right.
and but that was a song that I was like, I probably won't play that one that much. But then March happened, and it has been the one song that I find people are like either requesting it more or that people really feel that song more than anything else on that album because of what we're going through. You know, so it just a reminder for me that like songs that you think are like a you know, toss away still have, they can always find a moment to shine.
Right. I'm like a big note taker, and people are always like, Sam, you have like all these notes written down, and like, why don't you just recycle them or throw them away? Like, why do you have all of this and why do you keep it? And I'm like, because the second I throw one of those pieces of paper or like one idea just in my head, once I throw it out is when you're going to want it and need it. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think there's no idea or, you know, thought in terms of creative abilities and just sparking that imagination that is invalid. I think that every source of creativity is important, no matter if it's, you know, music or theater or just whatever hobby anyone has. I think it's especially important right now, not only to project those things out into the world because we need that source of light right now, but also just like for our mental health, like you need something that's going to kind of keep you centered and keep you going in a creative sort of sense, because it's very important to keep your mind stimulated.
Absolutely. And that's something that I'm finding with the music community here in Nashville. Everybody is using the platforms they have to help get messages out. You know, like the road used to be the place we could go and spread the message, but we're realizing like songs are coming out. Everybody is writing songs of unity, songs of, you know, activism, songs of protest. And it's really encouraging, honestly, to see artists in all forms just kind of take heed to the moment that we're in. And this is going to be documented forever because this art will last forever, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we head into another song, you know what's better than Tennessee?
Anything? What's that?
11-a-C.
11-a-C.
Okay, so I have this thing that I do, and I used to refer to them as dad jokes, but it's more of the like auntie boozy jokes, like the aunt that brings the pie and the booze to the party during Thanksgiving or whenever during the holiday season.
Yes.
So I like to bring these jokes up because then every time I bring one up, you have to take a sip.
There you go. Okay.
It's happy hour after.
All right, here we go. Taking a sip.
Here we go. Cheers, Kyshona.
Cheers.
And I'm excited for the next hour-ish.
Well, I got a couple for us if you would like.
Yes.
I can do a couple in a row here.
Perfect.
Yeah. This one is also from the record. Listen, this is a song is called Too Much. And I always introduce this song as this is me with my two voices on either shoulder that are telling me, hey girl, hold on. You're going to make it through, which I feel like we all need right now. When the world is a little too much, you need somebody just saying, hold on, your luck's about to change. way, waiting for your luck to change. Second guessing the choices that you made. How you gonna keep on keeping on when you feel beaten down and your money's all gone? How you keep on keeping on, keeping on? It sure is too much. Oh, your luck is about to change. It sure is too much. You've got more been before you break. It sure is too much, yeah. All of the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much, too much, too much. Ooh, said it's just too much, yeah, too much, too much. Ooh, yes. There's only so much that one poor soul can do. Yeah, yes, only so many times you can play to an empty room. Yes, how you gonna keep on keeping on when you feel beaten down and your money's all gone? How you keep on keeping on, keeping on when it's just too much? Oh, your luck is about to change. Yeah. It sure is too much. You got more been before you break. Sure is too much. Yeah. All the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much. Yes. Ooh, when it gets harder, hold on just a little longer. Ooh, just before the dawn. Yes, you know it gets darker. Ooh, when it gets harder, hold on just a little longer. Ooh, and just before the dawn. Yes, you know it gets darker. Ooh, when it gets harder, hold on just a little longer. Ooh, and just before the dawn. Yes, you know it gets darker, darker, darker. Ooh, it sure is too much. Oh, your luck is about to change. It sure is too much. You got more been before you break. Yes, sure is too much. Yeah. All of the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much. Oh, your luck is about to change. Just too much, yeah. You've got more been before you break. It sure is too much, yeah. All of the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much, too much, too much. Ooh, said it's just too much, yeah. Too much, too much. Ooh, said it's just too much.
That was the third song from your latest release, Listen.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Do you have that on vinyl, or do you have any merch that we can link?
I don't have that on vinyl yet, but I do have it on CD. You can go to Kyshona.com and you can get, I have full on CDs and I have t-shirts, I have trucker hats that have Listen on them, you know, so just go to Kyshona.com. I have stickers, I have t-shirts with my face if you want my face on your chest. There's so many options.
I want that because I want to advertise your music in the tasting room. I love wearing the artist's shirts just because people are always like, that shirt is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, who is that? Like, what is that? Where can I find this?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun just kind of getting to broadcast that through word of mouth, or I guess like word of chest.
Absolutely, word of chest. You know, I gave my dad a t-shirt because my Listen t-shirt, it just says the word Listen, period. And then it has my name on the back. And he wore it to work last week. And he said, do you know, everybody at work asked me if this was a protest t-shirt. And I was like, I mean, isn't it though? Isn't it kind of a protest t-shirt?
I think it's important.
Yeah, but
for
the
people
message,
to
If anything, just the fact that people are asking questions about it, you know?
To be inquisitive, but also to know when to take a step back and just to frickin' listen.
Yep, exactly.
I love it. Perfect.
Exactly.
All right, what do you have up next for us, Kyshona?
Yeah, this one is called Burdens Down. And, you know, I worked as a music therapist for years, and I was always meeting people at their rock bottom. Some people on their worst day, their worst week, their worst month. And so something that I always have to remind myself is that we will hit rock bottom sometimes, but we have to remember that the rock is solid and it's not going anywhere. That's actually a time for you to rest your bones there for a little while and do all the healing you need to do. Get your strength back, and when you're ready, you get back up. The thing to remember that's always hard, though, is to leave every burden on that rock. Don't bring your burdens with you. This is called Burdens Down. As I walk to the river, my knees start to quiver. Is there enough water in the world to wash me clean? My heart starts racing. All these demons I've been chasing tell me that I'm not the kind, no, to be set free. Looking for grace in a graveyard. Finding the light can be so hard. Oh, I've been under it and I've been over it, yes. Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. You can crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down. Yes, Lord, I feel the winds are changing, and my worries get to fading. As I stand on that rock that's been trying to pull me down, yes, pull me down. Oh, I'm done with the hate crimes. Oh, to myself I've been unkind. Goodness in me that was lost, yes, Lord, has now been found. Yes, I leave the chains in the graveyard. I took the light and a new start. Oh, I've been under it and I've been over it, yes. Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. You can crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down, yes. Yes, I've been under it, yes, I've been over it. Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. I've heard those voices call. You can crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down, yes. Yes, Lord, now. Yeah, yes. I'm gonna take that rock, throw it in the river. I'm gonna lay my burdens
Thank you, Miss
Thank
Kashana.
you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And that we got like a little mix with those first three songs because the first two are from your 2020 release of Listen,
Yeah.
whereas Burdens Down is from your 2017 release of
The Ride
The Ride.
2.0. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is that on vinyl?
That is not on vinyl. I don't have a record player, therefore I don't feel like if I can't listen to it,
Right,
No,
right.
that's actually something that I have ready to go is to put out next year for the anniversary of this release. I'm going to release everything on vinyl. Because it takes a while to get vinyl done anyway,
Yeah.
and it's expensive. And we had a lot of hits this year. We were supposed to have everything on vinyl, but when March happened, and we had to make some decisions, and it's okay.
Absolutely. How do you feel like not only from the past 3 years, how your music's evolved from the Ride 2.0 to Listen, but also how do you feel like just in the past like half dozen months, how
Yeah.
your creative process has changed?
I'll be honest. I feel like I think my music has changed where it's just a bit more pointed. You know, actually, after I wrote the Ride 2.0, I sat with some friends, or maybe I had a meeting about branding, I think, and it was recommended that I look up or come up with a mission statement and a vision.
Mm-hmm.
And so since I've done that after releasing the Ride, I feel like everything since then has been a lot more focused and pointed, and that even has changed how I write. I honestly have not been that creative for myself this year in 2020.
Right.
I released a record, so I was in that mindset. And then when, we all went indoors, I had a hard time picking up an instrument and creating. But
Right.
what I have found solace in is helping other people create.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing a lot of songwriting, but with people who've never written before.
Right.
And I'm staying with my mission statement and helping people write their own protest songs or write their own stories. So I'm working with veterans. I've been working with youth up in Philadelphia and in Ohio, and also with kids here in Nashville, just teaching them how to write songs of protest, how to use their voice in their
Mm-hmm.
platform. So I think that has been a big shift for me in realizing like to put more focus on the music for sure.
Well, and so your performances, like when live performances and concerts and venues were
Mm-hmm.
up and at 'em and happening,
Yeah.
feels crazy to even think about like a movie theater at this point.
Ooh,
Just like
yeah.
crazy. But your live performances, they were just so empowering and powerful and moving. And I know that you were asked, post performance by your concert goers and audience members, what can we do? What can I do? Like you're lighting a fire in me, and I want to do something now. I want
Mm-hmm.
to make a change, not for myself, not just for myself, but I want to create this sort of currency of giving back and
Yeah.
receiving that good energy back. And you would say, listen.
Yeah.
Now, is that kind of what stemmed the naming of your recent project, or?
It did. It really did because I think when I thought about my mission, which my mission is to be a voice and a vessel for those that feel lost, forgotten, silenced, or are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever someone has come to me, and after shows, people would kind of like surround me at merch tables and just be like, well, what can we do? What can we do? And I am but one person, and I am telling my point of view from just the few people that I work with.
Right.
And I'm not in their communities. And so my one thing was just like, go out into communities and actually listen. Stop trying to fix everything. Because a lot of times when we are sitting in conversation with someone, I have a bad habit of doing this. I want to fix everything. So as they're talking, I'm thinking of the next thing I want to say, or how can I relate to them, or, ooh, I wonder if they thought of this. And therefore, when I'm thinking that, I'm not listening to them any longer, right?
The mutable sign. I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so when I always try to this, and this is something that we were taught when I was, training to be a therapist, was just how to be a reflection and truly just take in the information. And I try to put myself in people's shoes. Sometimes I literally go try and put myself in people's shoes and go into their environments. And I think if we all do that as a society, stop talking at each other and around each other, and just hear what it is that people need. Hear what it is that they're saying, truly hear it. And then once you've heard it and you've sat with it, you've walked with it, then you to have a conversation about, okay, now what can I do? But rather, I think it's a collaborative thing. It's not like we can't hand this off to anyone. This is a thing we all have to do together as a community, as a society. But it takes us opening our ears first.
Exactly.
Putting down our egos, yes.
I was just going to say, like, first step is to literally listen, not like pretending to listen or nodding your head and like pretending to absorb the information. You need to actually, absorb the information and try to envision yourself in that person or that specific instance shoes.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, the second most, or another very important step, is to be proactive and listen, absorb the information at hand, and then go, okay, what can I do to not just listen and acknowledge what's going on and like, resonate with everything and be empathetic, sympathetic. What can I do? Do I need to physically go do something? I know we're in the middle of a pandemic, but there's certain things, like if you're a healthy individual and you feel comfortable going and volunteering or assisting in any way, do it. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a time where we are going through a very I would say unprecedented, but I mean, in a way, we saw this coming. Scientists saw this coming. Yeah. But we need to, just extend as much as we can during this time, because this is a year of crazy things going on, but also I've seen so much good amidst the bad. Yes. So much good in humanity that I haven't seen for so long.
Yeah. I think of it as even with my song Burdens Down, I feel like we as a country might pretty much be at kind of rock bottom, I don't know. I hope this is as low as we go, but it's an opportunity for us to really take a moment and just, I think this is globally as well, take a moment and just look at ourselves and look in the mirror and see what is it that we need to fix, and this is a great time to do that, to rewire some things and shift our thinking and shift, if the bubbles that we just expanding the bubbles we're in. That's it. You just got to expand your bubble a little bit this way and include these people and include this group and have conversations with these people.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I will cheers to that, because geez Louise, I don't know how we've gotten to mid-October, but with that being said, we'll trade. Yep. Cheers. You can find Kyshona at the links that are going to be posted below. Check her out. You're on every major music platform, right? Apple Music, Spotify. Yep. Are you on SoundCloud too?
I am on SoundCloud. You just look me up as Kyshona Armstrong everywhere.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I am curious, because it's Wine Wednesday, and in true Wine Wednesday fashion, if the people watching are feeling tipsy and they want to venture over somewhere and maybe drop a virtual tip into your virtual tip jar, where can they? Oh, it's already below.
I'm all for that. I love a little virtual tip jar.
Because we're getting a concert. I've missed concerts so bad, and you're giving us the absolute best version of that we can possibly have right now.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And you have to come. So I'm going to plug Jam Cellars really quick, because
please do.
Not only do the people watching need to hear about this amazing place that I work at, but you need to, when we do eventually get back to the live music aspect in person, you need to come here. And then maybe even before that, if you want to just fly on over to
Yes,
California,
please.
I have a heavy pour. And I'd be
Yes.
happy to just keep you going through our entire catalog of
I
wines.
love a heavy pour. Yes.
And if you're watching and you're curious about the wines that we have to offer, you can find our website, which is going to be linked below. And on that website, we have our wine finder, which basically consists of you plugging in your zip code, and then it'll magically, give you 10, 20 results in terms of the supermarkets, liquor stores, all that good stuff that host our products for you to purchase if you feel comfortable going to the supermarket. Otherwise, we do ship to most of the United States.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm having such a good time with my fellow mutable sign, Miss
Yes.
Pisces, Kyshona. It's amazing.
Yes.
If you're a mutable sign out there, if you're a Pisces, a Virgo, a Gemini, or a Sagittarius, you are a friend of ours, because if you
Yes.
look up serial killer zodiac sign list, it's all the mutable signs, which is those four. So comment below if you're one of those four.
I'm gonna put up single. Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay. Anywho,
On that note, I have a song called "Haunting Me" that feels appropriate, kind of for this mood. Yeah.
mhm.
There's a gun out of blue on the walls in the room where we used to sleep. It keeps coming on through, no matter how many coats of white I paint. There's a quick smell of smoke in the place where your clothes used to hang that won't go away. There's a ring on the dining room table where your glass of whiskey stayed. Why are you haunting me? Whether I'm awake or fast asleep, what do you want from me? Has it the ghost of your love taken more than enough? Come on, let me be. I'm ready to move on. Why are you haunting me? Yeah, why are you haunting? Why are you haunting me? Every creak of the floor, every knock at the door makes my heart skip a beat. Baby, I swear for a moment you're there. On the walls I see your shadow creep. When the wind starts to blow, get a chill from the cold, and I can almost feel your touch. You never had the time to give me, but now your memory's giving me too much. Why are you haunting me? Yes. Whether I'm awake or fast asleep, what do you want from me? Has it the ghost of your love taken more than enough? Come on, let me be. I'm ready to move on. Why are you haunting me? Yeah, why are you haunting? Why are you haunting me? Oh, I need an exorcist. All out of patience. Time to let go of it. I can't help it. I need an exorcist. I'm all out of patience. Time to let go of it. I can't help it. No, 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 no. Ooh, yeah. Why are you haunting me? Yes. Whether I'm awake or fast asleep, what do you want from me? Has it the ghost of your love taken more than enough? Come on, let me be. I'm ready to move on. Yes. Why are you haunting me? Yes. Why are you haunting? Why are you haunting me?
Woo!
Thank you.
Love it. That was a great unplanned transition, by the way.
Just talk about, serial killers are haunting. you know.
I knew someone, they couldn't afford to pay this priest who carried out an exorcism in their home. He had to repossess their home.
Oh, but yeah, we're gonna drink on that one.
Okay, wherever you are, I know you're watching, Greg. You need to get me the little, what's it called? Is it a cymbal? The little,
Yeah, but a hi
I
hat.
need
Yes.
that, Greg. I'm gonna need that real quick because I'll just do it for my own jokes. It's okay. Even a mini one will do. Just a little mini.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Are you
dear.
like big into spiritual stuff?
You mean like light candles? Is that if that's what you mean? Like I have candles, I have sage, I
Hmm.
have Palo Santo. Is
Do you
that
have
what we mean by
crystals? Are you
spiritual
into
stuff?
crystals?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, can I show you my crystal collection?
How did I? Oh my god. I'm like weird about my intuition. I had a feeling you were
I'm a
pull
Pisces,
that out. Oh my
so yes, I have all my little crystals
wow.
here.
Yeah.
I've got my citrine. You know, I've got my rose quartz. I keep these near my
I
desk.
was just gonna ask about
Yes.
rose quartz. That's
Yeah,
my favorite.
got my rose quartz, and I
Yeah.
have so many here that I don't know what they are.
Okay.
But yeah, and regular, regular quartz. But yeah,
So do you kind of like incorporate the cleansing of your home and your chakra with like before you kind of delve in with music creation, or how does that kind of combine?
so I actually sage a few times a day, especially lately. I've been in not the best of headspaces. So I'll wake up in the morning and open the windows and just sage. And then, yeah, before I do any writing with clients, I will sage, light incense,
Mhm.
and just kind of I always say a prayer right before I go into anything just to make sure that I get out of the way. You
Right.
know, I
Right.
don't want to be in the way of any creativity or someone else telling their story. So, yeah, I definitely do incorporate all the things. What's that Beyonce song, the Black Parade? I charge my crystals in a full moon. Have
And
you heard this song?
yes, and she's a Virgo.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, she is a Virgo.
I don't know how she, as a Virgo, could stay with Jay-Z, little douche pickle, but you know,
Hey, man. Hey, there's
to
somebody for
each his
everybody.
own, I guess. Now, okay, so I know you, in addition to like really digressing through your music and putting yourself out there for people and your audience members and making your emotions widely known, which is already hard enough, you also take in a lot of emotions through what you've done in terms of the musical therapy.
Yeah.
And I know you've worked with inmates and elderly patients and mentally ill patients, correctional institutions, specifically in like Georgia and
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, right?
Yeah. Uh huh.
How is that kind of influence? Did that kind of add to the reason that you're a little bit spiritual and um, want to cleanse your home and your
You know,
well-being?
yeah. When I first hopped into the profession, I didn't have much other than I had prayer, um, and that's what I leaned on.
Mhm.
And what I realized was that I was bringing home a lot of things. So I used to be in my car and just put scripture on all my windows, and on the dashboard, and I would play. I'm realizing I'm talking with reverb on. Sorry, but I would also play gospel music on my way to work as a way to be like, okay, we got to be in a positive headspace.
Mhm.
But that wasn't enough. Like I found that's honestly how I started writing music was taking in all my clients' heaviness.
Yeah.
Honestly, is what led me to like needing to get that out. So I
Right.
started using the pen, and I think over the years, I've realized like I take all things, all forms of anything spiritual. We need a lot to get through this time we are in. So yeah, I pray, I sage, I charge crystals, I put them in my bra and walk around
Mhm.
with them. Yeah, and I pay attention to just that gut feeling, my intuition a lot. Pisces also, but yeah, I something I wish I had been more in touch with before was my intuition of knowing when, okay, this is heavy, you should probably take a step back. I
Right.
wish I had listened to that voice. I thought I had to push
Mhm.
myself more, but I wish I had just listened to that voice of mine that said, hey girl, maybe take a break, you know,
Right.
maybe take a
Well,
step back.
and what we were talking about, Kashana, is like as a mutable sign. And I know a lot of people, they like to be like, oh, pish posh,
Hmm.
astrology, whatever. But I have a very hard time believing that it does not at least add to a little bit of the equation
Yeah,
of a person's, just state of being and giving and
yeah,
taking. And for me, it's like, as a mutable sign, I understand what you're saying because even though I don't technically work in social work, I'm in the hospitality industry, and you take in a lot of information, and there is a certain point for anyone really to take a step back and try not to take that home with you
yeah,
in whatever way that is. And
yeah,
it's important, just like we were talking about earlier, just with hobbies and like something that's going to keep you and your personal interests at bay,
yeah,
and just happy, and keep yourself sane during this
absolutely.
crazy time.
Yeah, yeah. And I've also just taken honestly hints and things from my clients, my patients,
Mhm.
even people that I work with now. I'll listen to them, like, what's gotten you through, you know, because you've lived a
Honestly,
lot harder than I have.
yeah.
So, like, what do you do? So I go to those that are in suffering and ask them what are things, and also just to remind them, like, oh yeah, I do have that tool. I forgot. I
Yeah.
forget how to use my own tools sometimes,
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I think, Kashana, you're someone that a lot of people probably look up to and listen to in so many ways. And music is such a healing and amazing spiritual power that we have. Just being able to listen to the vibrations of,
Hmm.
the chords, and just hearing the lyrics. Like, I'm grateful for even that. And in this very moment, I'm grateful for wine, I'm grateful for you and music, and this
Yes.
virtual concert. So thank you,
Oh, thank
Kashana.
you. Thank you.
um what are we going to hear next? Let's do two songs back to back.
Totally. I'll do a couple from, yeah, I have my list in front of me. I'll do a song called Do Nothing. This is from The Ride 2.0. And then I'm going to play another one after that. I'll figure out what that is in the middle of this one. Um, this song is based off of a quote by Aristotle. And the quote goes, to avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. And I always tell people that is the hardest thing to do. A lot of times we don't know when to use our voice to speak up and when to let our actions speak for us instead. So this is Do Nothing. The deeper I get, the softer the fall. I do it all. The harder the fight, the stronger the call. I'm breaking walls. Passion isn't for the faint of heart. I walk the wire even in the dark. I do what I like, being criticized. But I know I could do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. People leave you alone. Hear nothing, feel nothing, see nothing. Let them pick up their stones. If you want to spread your wings and fly, know that the vulture's gonna eat you alive. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Yes, people leave you alone. Yeah. Yeah. Now people may say tragedy waits, but oh no, it don't. I stay in my lane, not taking the bait. I'm out on my own. I'm like an angel with my wings on fire. Tugging on my halo only takes me high. I do what I want, call it my fault, but well, I know I could do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. People leave you alone, hear nothing, feel nothing, see nothing, let them pick up their stones. Know the government flood your wings and flying. Know that the vulture's gonna eat you alive. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, yeah. Don't you want a little taste? I see your fear keeps getting in your way. Shake it up, don't take it straight. Let it burn, yes. Let it in. Come on and do something. Say something. Be something. Do what you want. Hear something. Feel something. See something. Oh, I know you wanna spread your wings and fly. Don't let the vultures eat you alive. Do something, say something, be something, yes. People leave you alone. People leave you alone, yeah, yes.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank
So this
you.
next one is from the album Listen, and this is called Try, which I feel, in the words of me every day, all I can do is wake up and try every morning, right? The weather's always changing. It's sunny, then it's raining. Daylight's always fading. Stars are moving through the sky. And people all around you, they only tell you what they want to. Never know what all they're going through. And we're all just passing by. We all got our reasons to be afraid. It's easy to give up and hide away. I'm gonna try to be alive. In a world that's ever spinning, do my best to keep on living. I'm gonna try to be alive. On a ground that's ever shifting, I will fight to be forgiven. Yesterday's problems, today we already forgot them. They'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll be surprised again. At the end of every season, we'll fall down on our knees and stop praying there's a reason. Blowing somewhere in the wind, I know I failed myself from time to time. But I will not surrender. I'm gonna try to be alive. In a world that's ever spinning, do my best to keep on living. I'm gonna try to be alive. On a ground that's ever shifting, I will fight to be forgiven. I'm gonna try, oh, try. I'm gonna try. On a ground that's ever shifting, I will fight to be forgiven.
Ooh.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Miss Kyshona.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just got two amazing songs back to back by Kyshona here. So the first one was Do Nothing.
Do Nothing. Mm-hmm.
And that last one we just heard was Try. Both off of different albums. The first Do Nothing being off of The Ride 2.0, and then that last one off of her latest release from Listen, which was put out in February of this year. Now, going back to do nothing, you quoted Aristotle, when he said, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Why did, Randy, grab your glass.
Okay,
Why did Aristotle believe men could mold themselves through their actions like clay?
Why?
His teacher was Plato.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
I like that one. That one's funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like your dad jokes.
No, they're the Auntie Boosie jokes.
Auntie Boosie jokes. I like your Auntie Boosie jokes.
I feel like your music goes along with, so another thing I do in addition to the jokes is I like seeing what crazy holidays have been created, man-made for each day, because there's crazy ones.
Okay. What's
today? I was cracking up. So there's National Be Bald and Be Free Day today. And
funny.
I was like, what does this even mean? And it was like, there's just something to be appreciated when it comes to the bald noggin, and it was just going all in. Just about that. I love it.
Just caress the scalp. I'm all for it.
So for those of you who are bald out there, shout out to you. Today's your day, October 14th.
Right.
It's also National Dessert Day.
Oh.
So what is your favorite dessert?
Carrot cake.
Really? I love carrot cake too.
I love carrot cake. Yeah.
Do you like when it's got like the larger chunks of the carrot, or like the shredded?
I like shredded. I cannot do large chunks. I like shredded.
I'm not a carrot person, really.
Something that was an unfortunate event that happened, in these last few months, is that I discovered there's a place called Nothing Bundt Cakes near me.
Oh, no.
So it's just bundt cakes, and they have carrot cake, a carrot.
I know, I've had it.
Yeah, it's so good.
And thanks a lot, Kyshona. You just reminded me that place exists.
You're welcome.
And now I'm gonna have to
join me.
I'm glad it's not available in Napa. I don't think there is one. If there is, no one tell me.
Yeah.
No one tell me. Now I'm gonna have to drive to Walnut Creek. Oh my God. What's a shoe repairman's favorite dessert?
Oh, I'm scared. What is it?
Tearing my shoe.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink on that one. Now, I will say that is not my favorite dessert. Tiramisu is not my favorite.
Tiramisu or creme brulee, if you had to pick?
Oh,
like if you're at an Italian, creme brulee?
Yeah. It's something about the texture of the tiramisu.
Is it the sponginess?
I think so. I'm not a spongy person. Yeah. I'm not a fan of a sponge cake. No.
All right. That's fair enough. Well, everyone watching, you better comment below. Are you team creme brulee or team tiramisu or carrot cake? Because
carrot cake.
Which is weird because I hate cream cheese just on its, like on a bagel, never. It's always butter. And then I don't ever eat carrots. I hate carrots. Yes. But then put carrots into a cake and make frosting with cream cheese, and I'm all for it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's all of the ingredients together.
So in all seriousness, we're closing into like the last couple minutes of the hour, and it also is National Stop Bullying Day.
Yes.
And I think like what we've been saying this entire hour is freaking just be nice, everybody.
Be nice. Yeah.
Give of yourself, and I promise karma will come back in the best way. Yeah. And it feels good to give back and to be a good person. It costs $0.
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
But
we're all just trying to get through and get by. Yeah. We're all just trying to get through and get by.
And with that being said, we're, heading into the last couple months of the year, and, I'm really happy that I got to spend time with you today.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun. And thank you to everyone who's been tuning in. And if you've had a good time today, just give back by being nice, but also if you want to give back, if you're feeling tipsy, I've told a couple jokes at this point. So maybe a little tipsy if you want to go ahead and venture over to
we're like the tip jar.
The tip jar.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And if you have like 2 minutes to do one final mini song,
yeah,
perfect.
Ooh, a mini song. Yeah, I haven't done this one in a while. I'll do the short version. This is called "Can You Feel It?" Is it? Can you feel it? That's how it goes. All right, here we go. For any of y'all that have a passion for something. When I was but a child, that. My mama told me, girls, don't let the light pass you by. You can shine bright in this darker world, yes. And then I grew older, struggling to find my place. I pleaded, oh Lord, yes. Can you shine a little light on my way? Ooh, Lord, be that flame. Can you feel it in your bones? Feel the burning in your soul, yes. Hear the voice you used to know. Can you feel it in your bones? When troubles come your way and doubt's knocking at your doors, don't you harbor that darkness, child. Behind those walls there's so much more. Leave your worries behind you. Go on and find your place. Come on and open your heart, yes. Let a little love shine your way. Ooh, Lord, be that flame. Can you feel it in your bones? Yeah. Feel the burning in your soul. Hear the voice you used to know. Can you feel it in your bones? You've been looking for the light in the darkest corner, looking for the light in the midst of storm, waiting for your time all along. It was waiting for you, waiting for you. Looking for the light in the darkest corner, looking for the light in the midst of storm, waiting for your time all along. It was waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you. Can you feel it in your bones? Yes. Hear the burning in your soul. Hear the voice you used to know. Can you feel it in your bones? Hear that voice you used to know. Yes, Lord. Can you feel it in your bones?
Woo!
Thank you for having me, Jam Sellers.
Thank you, Kyshona. And thank you to everyone who's been watching. You've gotten some shout outs from Gavin from Northern Ireland.
Hey, Gavin.
Shout out to you, Gavin. We've got
Yeah.
Vicky, big fan, it looks like, on Facebook. And then
Hi.
Nan, I think I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I'm sorry, but
Say it again.
thank you, Nan, Nan.
Thank you, Nan.
Thank
Nan.
you, Nan. And thank you, Kyshona. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in today. And I can't wait to host you here in Napa.
Same. I'll be there. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Happy